Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. I apologize. I changed the time but Mr. Snotty asked me to go to lunch, so I don't get to do that very often, so I did it. And so I rescheduled it for a little bit later. So sorry if that was an inconvenience. I apologize. But anyway, I guess now that I went and had a nice lunch, I'm not quite as angry as I was, but I'm sure I can fester it right back up because I was pretty pissed off when I decided to go live and talk about this stuff. I don't know what everybody else has heard, but it's been pretty stupid, in my opinion. It's been really stupid. And we talked about this how long ago when we were promised breaking news tomorrow, Epstein files are going to be released. Well, we see how stupid that turned out. And these people just keep coming out here saying stuff as if we need to hear any more of their stupid shit. I don't need to hear it anymore. You either hold somebody accountable, we get some perp walks, we get people in handcuffs, or shut all the way the fuck up. Just shut up. Because you're just really throwing it in our face how people are allowed to behave, how some people are just straight above the law. Some people are allowed to do whatever the hell they want to. 9 times out of 10, we're paying for them to do whatever it is they're doing that is gross and disgusting. But so this all kind of came about with James O'Keefe. He has uncovered some things, I don't know. I don't think anything's ever come from it. Anything's ever happened because of it or anything else. And obviously, I felt when he first started coming out with this stuff, I think it was last week, it was pretty dumb, a little dramatic, in my opinion. But in case you missed it, yeah, it was dramatic, is what it was. So let's see. Kind of cringe, if you ask me. Almost embarrassing, I think. If it were me, I would be embarrassed by this. But,
I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
Did you miss that? Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute my sound because you can't hear it that well. It's really dumb. Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute myself and play that again.
I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
Alicia is done. Exactly. How dramatic was that? He didn't say, no, this is what is so stupid about it, okay? Hello, Queen. To act like you fear for your life. And that was so, okay, no matter what, that was a little much for my taste, okay? That's just me. But then what he came out with, I'm like, what? What just happened? I'm getting text messages and people are like, did I miss something? I'm like, I missed it too. Like, I was so angry. I was so angry and so irritated. Just stop saying it. Exactly. Right. Right. I was just going to say that, Alicia. I was just going to say that. What? Because you're going to reveal something we already know? Oh my God. That was so dramatic and so irritating. Oh my God. I just can't. Like, I don't want to feel the way I do about Pam Bondi, but these right now, just listening to her voice pisses me off. When she's like, we will arrest you. It's like, just stop it. Stop it right now. You did this to yourself. Everybody could understand, I believe. We all knew it's going to take time to go through this stuff. She's the one that busted out saying tomorrow you get it. She should never have done that. Right, Alicia. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, you know what? This isn't making you look very good. It doesn't make Benny Johnson look good right now, I don't think. Don't try to defend it. Today, he was trying to defend it. Because I saw all the comments he got yesterday of people saying this is ridiculous, because it was ridiculous. And yeah, exactly right. And he has, I've noticed, he did stop trying to defend Pam Bondi because she did that to her damn self. She did that to herself. And she should have kept her stupid mouth shut. Because now I side-eye everything about her and I can't stand her. Right. See, that's where that's not going to be helpful. And you're right. It makes me mad because I was thinking, well, we already know we don't bother watching mainstream media anymore because it's bullshit. Now, don't act so stupid because there's nothing for us to watch because this is completely ridiculous. You can't defend this. You cannot defend this. And I'm so irritated that these people, they're not making Trump look good at all. They're not helping him out. Not a good look. It has. But then, what can you watch there? Because the one thing I can say, at least with like social media or whatever, I'm obviously, it's very clear. I'm telling you what my opinion is. It's very opinion based. Mainstream media with their news, that's bullshit. It's not supposed to be their opinion. It's supposed to be actual news. But if your opinion is so biased like that, he cannot be defending this stupidity. It's not going to be helpful to him. I don't think. Because I'm not listening to that shit anymore. I'm not listening to it. What James O'Keefe did yesterday was stupid. And unless you're going to show me somebody in handcuffs, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anymore. I don't know how big it is. I don't know who the hell's involved. We kind of know some people involved. We don't know everybody. I'm sure there's a lot of surprises. I'm sure. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the evidence. But if you're not going to hold someone accountable, bare minimum, shut your stupid mouth, because I don't want to hear you. I do not want to hear you. Oh my God, yes. Yep. No, I do understand what you're saying. I do. Now, I don't know. This is the thing. In my opinion, I 100% expected to take time to go through all this shit. I believe that a lot of people the people in place already are making it harder for them to get their hands on things. I'm sure that's all true. That's why you don't come out and say, breaking news, it's being released tomorrow. Don't say that shit. You make yourself look like an idiot. Oh, I think it's become real bad. I think it's really bad. Hi, Debbie. I think it's all become really stupid. Probably way, way worse than we even. Obviously, it's worse than we think. No, they haven't taken off yet, Debbie. Oh my God, I'm so tired of that. So tired of that. And I thought he said that it wasn't one of those Tinder dating game reveal things. Well, that's exactly what the fuck it was. I thought he said, oh, it's far bigger than that, way bigger than that. Okay. It's exactly what it was. I couldn't believe the minute I saw that guy in the bar, I was like, oh my God, this can't even be happening. Because that is like 100% what that was. And I don't want to watch any more of that shit. Not when you go around acting like someone's going to kill you. If that's just your normal, what you do, then just keep doing it. I don't really watch that, so I don't care what you do. This was asinine. This was bullshit, blown up into a big stink. I don't appreciate, this is my thing. I don't appreciate wasting my time. Like Pam Bondi wasted my time a few months ago. She's not going to do that again. That's not going to happen. You know, apparently no one told her about the boy that cried wolf, because one day you might have something to say and I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. Done with you. Done with it. Hey, Two Skulls. No. If I don't see perp walks, I don't want to hear another freaking word out of their stupid mouths. But what has me really concerned, quite honestly, is I got something pretty interesting to look at here, but let me see. This right here, I don't even know what to think. I mean, I really don't know what to think, because wow. Oh, well, hello, and you're in my home? Oh, I see. I was like, you're here at my house? Hey, Panda. That's okay. Hello. Hey, Frazzled. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I know. I'm like, wow, where are you? No. I do have some interesting things for us to look at, but so did anybody happen to miss that idiot yesterday? I mean, I guess, wow, it's embarrassing. He embarrassed himself. Oh, he had a preview even. Yay. Well, people are weird on YouTube, I gotta say. But I'm kidding. It's good to see you frazzled. Okay, so we now know that no, I'm kidding. I'm playing. So in case nobody knew, James O'Keefe is literally a drama queen, drama king, whatever the hell ever. I don't I don't know what to call him. But he embarrasses himself. Look at this preview. Oh, thanks, Mar. Okay, good. I made some food. Thank you. In case you didn't know, look how stupid this is. This was his preview.
They can't suicide us all. They can't.
Oh, thanks, Queen. I mean, is that a lot or what? Stop it. So we're clickbaited into some bull crap, right? And then you get what it is he's afraid he's going to be. Right? Well, because he pretended that he had some big story. So big that people are going to, that he's afraid for his life. Well, and that's just it. I believe probably, it does sound very suspicious. I believe that something did happen. Weird things do happen to people, very much so, that are involved in this shit. Do I think that probably James O'Keefe is one of them? I don't necessarily think, not based on what he showed us. You need to have something a lot bigger than that. You guys, last week he said he was going dark and that he's not suicidal. And this one really scares him. Okay. Little dramatic. And then why would you go and give it to, so you give it to Alex Jones in case somebody suicides you. Give it to someone that nobody knows who you gave it to. That's funny. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. I mean, you're right. I don't, but people do make fun of me for that. I hear people saying, "Oh my God, why would she do that?" But you're right. I will. You know, everybody that's here means a lot to me. I appreciate everybody. But I have heard people say things like, you know, if they don't have several hundred people in there, they're shutting it down. But yeah, so I think that probably somebody did get rid of Virginia. But again, I don't know that I don't know if James O'Keefe just wants to be really, not sure what he's wanting out of that. I don't think anyone's doing that. Right, exactly. Right, Queen. Okay, so which one is this that? Oh, yeah. See this, but he literally said like a week ago he was not going to do that. It wasn't one of his Tinder dating app videos. He absolutely said that, 100%. And then that's exactly what it is. Oh my God. I think he did not do himself any favors. I don't think he did. Right, David? I like that too. And I like that people have told me that they try to talk in other ones and like no one talks to them. That happens to me too. I rarely chat in someone's chat, but if I do, no one talks back to me. And that's fine. But, you know, a chat is kind of called like a chat, like you're discussing something, right? Talking about things. Okay, so apparently this is what he was going to be killed over or whatever. I don't know what the hell he was going to do. If anybody missed this stupid shit.
The Navy was 250 days at sea. Never saw it again. I was really pissed because he lied to me about Epstein. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, he was underage girls.
John Bryan has been a close confidant to the British royal family for a long time. He worked for Queen Elizabeth II, was, quote, best friends with Princess Diana, and had a long-term intimate relationship with the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. According to Bryan, he practically raised Sarah Ferguson's children, the princesses Beatrice and Eugene. And Bryan said that he maintained a friendship with Ferguson's husband, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew.
Tell me like your story.
So my story, you want to know my story?
What?
Like I've been so famous at times when I was on the front page of every newspaper. And because I was working with the Queen of England.
Okay.
You know, she was Queen Elizabeth. I was working with all the families, Princess Diana, my best friend. And I met Duchess of York.
Okay.
That's Prince Andrew's wife. They were separated. And then Sarah and I sort of fell in love. And we lived together for like 7 years in my house in England. And I raised their 2 little children.
Okay, this is a problem though. Okay, Debbie, the fact is that Everybody already knew about Prince Andrew. Everybody knew that. They already paid, the Queen paid a huge settlement. So this is not breaking news. It's definitely not something that somebody would try to kill James O'Keefe over. Everybody knew that. I mean, we didn't know, I didn't know this guy, but it's not news. They waste my fucking time all the time.
Wait,
Bitches,
Right.
those are
I know.
my children. Those were my kids. I raised those kids. Day to day raised. I was father to those kids.
Prince Andrew's connection to Jeffrey Epstein emerged
So
in
weird.
2010 when photos showed them walking together in New York's Central Park. Epstein had already been convicted in 2008 of procuring a 14-year-old girl for prostitution. In 2014, a woman named Virginia Giuffre alleged in a Florida court filing that Jeffrey Epstein paid her to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was 17.
Yeah, it is
A minor.
gross.
On
It
April
is.
25th, a few weeks ago, Giuffre died by, quote, suicide. Prince Andrew denied Giuffre's sex abuse allegations in a now infamous 2019 BBC interview.
She said she had sex with you 3 times, once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No,
No to all of it.
all of it. Absolutely no to all of it.
The interview was a public relations disaster for the royal family and prompted the Queen to strip Prince Andrew of his royal duties. In the aftermath of that interview, the prince sought advice from a longtime royal family confidant, John Bryan.
Are you leaving, Frazzled? Did I miss it? What happened? I must have missed it. I'm sorry I missed that, Frazzled. You have a good night too. Love you. I think that is so funny the way he goes, no. So bad. So bad.
Wait, so you were not friends with her?
Oh, very good. Oh, no, we're very
Hey, Kentucky woman.
You'd have dinner at my house and she has kids. So then we go on
Hey, Timey.
in south of France, and I get a big property, like 10 acres,
Okay.
right near in Central Bay, right? You know, nobody has 10 acres. I'm on the biggest property, beautiful house.
Okay.
And I rent it so that we're privacy, right? Because the paparazzi are everywhere. There's hundreds.
He's so cool.
Not 10, not 20,
Okay.
hundreds. I know.
And this is already one of Prince Andrew.
Yes, Prince Andrew.
His own thing.
Yeah, he's on the. He was in the Navy. He was 250 days at sea. He never saw his family.
2 weeks after Prince Andrew's BBC interview, John Bryan was brought to the Royal
That look
Lodge
is
where Prince
hilarious.
Andrew lives to offer crisis management advice. According to the Telegraph, the meeting was conducted discreetly. At the royal residence, Bryan observed that Prince Andrew was visibly distressed and struggling to focus, reportedly unable to concentrate for more than 40 minutes at a time due to the strain he was under. As reported in the Daily Mail, John Bryan constructed a 5-page document emphasizing that Prince Andrew should publicly show empathy for Epstein's victims. Back in November 2022, Bryan publicly stated that he believed Prince Andrew was innocent of the claims made against him related to the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scheme. Now,
Right,
in our
Debbie, right.
exclusive hidden camera undercover footage,
Real
John
easy.
Bryan reveals for the first time that Prince Andrew did in fact have sex with underage girls.
Was he already even like involved with like?
I'm for other girls. I was so pissed about that. I was really pissed. I was really pissed because he lied to me about it.
Lied about
Epstein. Yeah. No, I knew he saw him. But he lied to me that he was such a close friend. I was so pissed. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, they was f***ing underage girls.
Yeah. Okay, that's the big breaking news. So see right here, it says, sign up for breaking news at O'Keefe Media Group. Okay, if by breaking news you mean shit that came out more than that, 10 years ago, I don't know. That there's nothing breaking. Okay, I don't know this guy, but so what? We know we already know that Prince Andrew did this. This is such bullshit.
Now, our newsroom has some concerns about where this investigation is headed and who may be implicated. But our only motivation in doing these stories is the public's right to know. And if this report and our subsequent reports shine a light into darkness and expose evil, then we are willing to take the risks. At the end of the day, child victims of Jeffrey Epstein need to be protected, and the people involved need to be held accountable by law enforcement immediately. Without accountability, our notion of freedom is just an illusion.
His motivation is for you to sign up here for this breaking news. That's his motivation. Which I will not be doing. Because he did not tell us anything we don't already know. People should not be acting like they learned anything, because if you learned something from this, I don't know where the fuck you've been. I don't know if you missed out that the Queen paid a huge settlement to put that shit to rest. That Prince Andrew lost all of his, what do you call it? His duties were stripped. His
royal duties.
His royal duties. Everybody knows he did that. So again, it's another big fat waste of my time. But what's actually concerning to me is what I heard today. No, he doesn't know anything new. And he's a clown, he's a joke, whatever, but all this hype about it, and then even acting like it is something, today acting like we learned something was irritating. But this is concerning to me right here. Again, really, I want everybody to stop saying breaking news all the fucking time. So many people have breaking news, and I'm so sick of it. Obviously, Dolly Vision has breaking news every single day, every day, no matter what. I mean, give me a break. Hey, Tony. What's up? What's up? Okay, listen to this. This is concerning to me.
Mr. Director, worry not. We'll make sure your agency is adequately funded. This judge you arrested in Wisconsin, she was breaking federal law, wasn't she?
Yes, that's why we arrested her.
She
Okay.
was helping an illegal immigrant escape.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go ahead. Oh, it was good to see you, Alicia. Have a good night. Yeah, we enjoyed you too. It was a nice conversation. Okay, I'm gonna have to move up. I thought it was just that piece.
Yes, Senator.
You remember Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, don't you?
Yes, Senator.
Mr. Strzok worked for the FBI. Mr. Strzok worked for the FBI. I think Ms. Page worked for Justice. The Inspector General found in its investigation that they hated President Trump and they really wanted
Okay.
Secretary Clinton to win. Is that true?
That's correct, sir.
And this would be the same same Ms. Page who sent an email to Mr. Strzok with whom she was having an affair. Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Right? And Mr. Strzok with the FBI, senior official at the FBI replied, quote, no, he won't. We'll stop it. Did I read that correctly?
You did, Senator.
Okay. Now, Ms. Page got quit before she could get fired. Mr. Strzok was fired. And predictably, they filed a lawsuit because in Washington, it's easier to divorce your spouse than it is to fire a federal employee.
Right?
Why did the FBI give Mr. Strzok $1.2 million and Ms. Page $800,000 to settle a lawsuit?
Senator, I do not know that settlement was reached in the prior administration.
Who made the decision?
This was the whole Russia dossier. Remember that? Remember that for years? I thought if I hear Russian dossier one more time, I'm going to fucking put a bullet in my own son of a bitchin' head. Yeah. This was actually, this discussion, I don't know why they're talking about it now. I didn't want to listen to this for this piece, but this was the Hillary Clinton Russian dossier, remember? It was a big lie. But yeah, they got paid out. So yeah. Because they created Chef was involved in this, all these people. They're all fucking gross. I got so tired of hearing that I wanted to spit.
The prior Department of Justice.
Who in the prior Department of Justice?
The settlement for that kind of case can only come from the Attorney General, which would be Attorney General Merrick Garland.
So the Attorney General decided to give Mr. Strzok $1.2 million and Ms. Page $800,000 after they were fired after actively interfering in the 2016 election. Is that right?
My understanding is that was a settlement they agreed to.
Pass me the sick bucket, please. The Hunter Biden laptop.
Yep.
In October of 2016, shortly before the election, the New York Post wrote a story that was widely covered talking about Mr. Hunter Biden's influence peddling scheme based on his laptop. A couple of weeks later, Secretary of State, soon to be Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, organized a group of 51 so-called intelligence experts. Had some real rock stars on the list.
Oh, the Clintons are way deep in that shit. The Clintons are connected to a lot of people who commit suicide. A lot. Again, I don't know how it keeps happening that things. I don't know people who that think that shit that happens with some people are things that just don't happen to everyday people. I don't know. I don't have any of these things go on in my life. People don't just fucking keep falling over dead in my life. Yeah, that's what you're going to hear right here. This is what makes me very pissed off. Some people say it was a foreign operative. I don't know. Bill Barr was definitely instrumental in that being able to take place. Big fat Barr needs to go to jail. Big old
list. John Brennan, Michael Hayden, Leon Panetta, and they said, oh, no, the story in the New York Post is not true. It's based on Russian disinformation. You remember that?
I do, Senator, as the lead investigator for Russiagate for the House Intel Committee.
Yeah. The FBI had the laptop for 10 months, hadn't they?
They did, Senator.
So the FBI knew right before the election that it wasn't Russian disinformation, didn't they?
And that was confirmed by the Inspector General's report.
Yeah. Who at the FBI refused to let the FBI tell the American people the truth?
Yeah.
I don't have that name in front of me, sir.
Well, would you look?
That's why what we're getting ready to hear is very concerning to me. The big part of this is coming up. Yeah. Everybody fucking knows. I believe my chihuahuas fucking know. Epstein did not kill himself. He just didn't. But listen to this. This is concerning right here.
I will, sir.
I'd like to know. I'd like a name, not a division. I'd like the name. Person with a brain and a beating heart.
Yes, sir.
Did Jeffrey Epstein hang himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Hear that? Did you hear that? Listen to this again.
On a division, I'd like the name. Person with a brain and a beating heart.
Yes, sir.
Did Jeffrey Epstein hang himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die?
Senator, we are.
Can you even believe this? I know. What the fuck? Now, he doesn't believe that. You're absolutely right, Tony. He knows better. He 100% knows better. He is under oath right now. This I can't get my head around. I don't understand. What the fuck is happening? This should be breaking news. Oh, it does. It says breaking news. But see, I've gotten to where breaking news means jack squat to me. God. I mean, of all people, Kash Patel, really? This is very, very. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, so Dan Bongino, really? Like, I don't even know. No, I know this is a thing. I understand corrupt government. I know. And I know that this is why I've been saying if Pam Bondi just shut her fucking mouth, she made herself look like such a fucking idiot. Now her voice makes my fucking blood boil. I believe that Kash loves his family. I believe that something happens when you get into that fucking cesspool over there. Something happens to you. And it's so fucking big. I mean, you guys, we listened to Kash's book. He 100% knows that's bullshit. He is under oath right there testifying. What the hell? Right. This is as scary as shit. But this is the thing. Nobody's going to go to jail for being fucking sick pedophiles. How many people went to jail, went to prison for daring to be in Washington, D.C. on January 6th? If Trump didn't win, all those people would still be in jail. They were still arresting people. For all I know, Mr. Snotty and I were getting ready to be arrested. We never knew. We do know exactly what the fuck happened there, but it is not what they say happened. So see how easy your government can throw your ass in jail for not committing a crime, for them creating some bullshit. And these sick pedophiles can go around molesting children. I cannot believe he said that. I can't believe he said it. This makes me very nervous. But there's something, and I've heard from one other person that said, I don't even know who the guy is, but he said that we would be, probably we're going to be surprised about the fact that we don't know most of the names on there, because they are very big people, but they're not celebrities. They're not politicians. Right. No, that happens. You immediately get, and this is why I get so irritated with people, because like even Nancy Grace is like, Trump and Clinton both were at Pedophile Island. Well, there's never been proof showed that Trump was there. But this is why both sides, everybody, Republicans, Democrats, everybody is terrified of Trump, because he's not been compromised. They've all been compromised. They can either buy them or they have to compromise them. That's what happens. Hey, freaking. But this one person said the Epstein stuff is so much more with it. It's money people. So I heard something today. It's 20 minutes long. I'll put it on to speed it up. But this tells a lot. Again, my main thing is I want them to shut the fuck up until somebody's arrested. Otherwise, all you're doing is throwing it in our face that people are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. They're allowed to break all kinds of laws, do all the shit they want to do, and we get to pay for it. They're above the law. Right, Tony. And this is the thing. He wasn't wealthy. He didn't come from money. He was put into place to be able to corrupt, to compromise people. And that's the thing. Trump could not be bought. He had his own money. Yeah, he has his own money. They don't have him at Pedophile Island. That's what makes him very, very dangerous. This is some really good information, though. So it's so sick and it's scary. It's scary as shit. I mean, thank God I'm nobody. No one's gonna. I'm probably not gonna commit suicide, because I don't know anything. But I was in DC on January 6th. So I could find my ass in prison. I was not at the Capitol. Right, Tony, he's not. He's not. This is pretty good. This is a lot of stuff that we don't typically hear when it comes to this. Debbie, I know. I know. For the longest time, Mr. Snotty is like, they're still arresting people, baby. You need to settle down. Do you guys remember Clayton Morris that used to be on Friends? He has his own show now. I listen to it sometimes. I know. And there's some really sick stuff, though. When you hear about this, I'm telling you, this right here is really informative. And I'll tell you, how long did it can't just be me that said, oh, how come I don't believe that the Clintons love the people of Haiti? I know they fucking don't. They don't love anybody. But remember, they honeymooned in Haiti and they love the people of Haiti. My fucking ass they do. They have never done anything for the people of Haiti. And it makes me sick. But this goes into a lot of that. I've always said, I don't know what they're doing there, but I know they're not helping them. Exactly. They only went there to benefit themselves, and it's really gross. That's always pissed me off. I didn't know what they were doing, but I knew it wasn't good. Exactly. See? Remember their initiative over there? Such crap. Yes. Well, yeah, some people, they talk about that. Some really weird shit. This is really good, though, you guys. It's long, but I'm going to speed it up.
Well, why are the Epstein files being stonewalled? It's the $800 million question, right? Does it have anything to do with the planes that were borrowed but not owned by Jeffrey Epstein? Perhaps. So let's pull some strands a little bit here on this. Representative James Comer yesterday, and of course Representative Luna, losing their patience, at least outwardly it appears they're losing their patience, from Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, the powers that be that are keeping these files and maybe not even at the DOJ anymore. Like, what's going on here? Why don't we have these Epstein files? Why don't we have the videos? Why don't we have the tape recordings? Why don't we have the flight logs? President Trump issued an executive order on all of this. What's taking so long? Could it have anything to do with the FAA flight logs of Epstein's plane? And I put plane in air quotes because we might be completely misunderstanding what the term Lolita Express actually means. In other words, we're told that Jeffrey Epstein had a Boeing 727 that was known as the Lolita Express. He also had a few other planes as well. But Lolita Express could actually be a term, a metaphor, really, to describe the service that he provided rather than the airplane itself. He would provide this to high-profile business leaders. Take a flight, have some cocktails, enjoy yourself, indulge your fantasies with some underage girls. Epstein didn't just use his own airplanes, it turns out. He borrowed planes. Who did he borrow them from? I'd like to know.
Yeah, I always, I never had a misunderstanding about Lolita Express myself. Maybe somebody did.
Tina Brown wrote, there's nothing more corrupting than flying private. Want to understand the motives of our mercenary elite? Take a trip on a private plane, Tina writes. There's nothing more corrupting than flying private. Who's flying you resulted in awful things happening? Were there people on board who didn't do anything wrong at all, but who were doing a favor? Maybe they were just doing business deals, doing business with Bill Clinton in order to put pharmaceuticals in Haiti through the Clinton Foundation. Jeffrey Epstein, etc. Who owned these airplanes? Mel K is the host of the Mel K Show, author of Americans Anonymous, Restoring Power to the People, One Citizen at a Time. And she's going to help us maybe pull the strands on all of this. She's been doing excellent reporting on this. Mel, welcome back to the show. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me. Very frustrating watching this unfold, I know.
Yeah. So what do you make of this? You see the frustration from like James Comer, Representative Luna, but then we don't get anything. We get a few trickles of things, but we're not getting any answers. Why do you think we're not getting answers?
Well, frankly, from what I have learned and what I've known, and I've been digging into this since the 2008 case, is this goes to the highest levels of the financial system. I believe that this is completely connected to the global financial system, the one created by Bretton Woods, that includes the IMF, the World Bank. Don't forget, Jeffrey Epstein was a member of the Council of Foreign Relations, a member of the Trilateral Commission, a member of the Rockefeller Institute. He had an office at Harvard for years. He was funding Harvard and MIT. He also had banks all over the place. But I firmly believe that a lot is being hidden from the American people that they need to know, particularly about JP Morgan Chase and their $365 million settlement with the victims. Now, how can there be a $365 million settlement with the victims, and yet there are no people that these girls were trafficked to? Girls and little children, I believe boys as well. This is much bigger when you connect the dots also to Les Wexner, who, Jeffrey Epstein would use the dangling carrot of working for Victoria's Secret. Wexner's company, of course, was Jeffrey Epstein's main client. He sold him his house, $77 million house in Manhattan. He also owned Abercrombie & Fitch, and the guy that ran Abercrombie & Fitch is in jail now for trafficking young men. So,
yeah, did you guys know that? About the guy from Abercrombie? I heard that a few months ago. Yeah, this is what I think the tentacles are so deep with Epstein. I think probably the worse it is, I think the least of it are the sorry sack son of a bitchin' politicians. I think it's really big. I mean, we have seen where there are world leaders from Israel, some really fucked up shit. But I think what we don't ever realize is the most powerful people probably are people we have no idea who they are. We wouldn't know them in a grocery store that they probably have. You know, we think that it's people like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer but yeah, Abercrombie, yeah, they were trafficking little boys. It was pretty gross.
We have multiple multinational corporations involved in this, and I believe multinational banks. And so while people want to hear the salacious stuff about celebrities and socialites and princes, the people that control this world right now are the international banking cartel, as I call them, the World Economic Forum types, which was something he did. He went to the Edge Foundation, the billionaire dinners. Epstein was everywhere that power was. And at the end of the day, great wealth and power can have this kind of effect.
So can I say this then? Is it possible that some of these people had no idea, or they were just along for the ride? They thought they were doing business deals. They're on these flights. And so in a lot of these different flight logs, I want to know what these international flights, I want to see these flight logs. We've only seen some as a result of the lawsuit, but not the full amount here. We don't know whose planes were borrowed, used as a buddy system, sort of, like, oh, borrow my plane, take my plane. It's not just my Jeffrey Epstein plane, but I'm borrowing it from this billionaire to fly Bill Clinton down to Haiti to send pharmaceuticals through the Clinton Foundation. So are there people, do you believe, that are innocent, caught up in this, whose lives could be totally ruined, but it's incredibly difficult for the DOJ to kind of sift through it because they don't know what was happening?
See, to fly pharmaceuticals to Haiti through, see? That doesn't surprise me. I knew they were up to no good there. I knew that. I've never believed for one damn minute they care about Haitian people. They don't. I think those people would kill their own damn family. They're sick. They are so gross. Wow. Changing tel numbers and shit. It's crazy. I know. That's what really blows my mind. I cannot get my head around. That is the sickest shit, kids, right? So gross.
Happening on these flights while they were airborne.
Well, that's true. I also want to mention, because nobody ever mentions it, that one way that people got to Jeffrey Epstein's islands were their yachts. So there was plenty of travel to Epstein Island via ports of call and yachts and ships. On top of that, many people flew into St. Thomas. They flew into St. Martin and then would take boats or helicopters to the island. So that's one part of this. But the other part is just 2 weeks ago, Jess Staley, who was the head of private banking at JP Morgan Chase and a very close friend of Jeffrey Epstein, who was implicated. And there are very, very sketchy emails between him and Jeffrey Epstein that came out. Well, he was the head of private banking at Chase for 10 years. And then he was at Barclays. So you got these big banks involved too. And like I said, Chase made a settlement for all of the transactions, but they also made a settlement because of Staley. And he was just in court trying to get his license back in London. Wasn't covered by our press at all. He's somebody that has a lot of questions. A bunch of emails came out between him and Epstein where he was at his island or he was at his compound in New Mexico. So you got that guy. Then you have multiple other people at JP Morgan who flagged Epstein's accounts since 2006, but nobody ever put together a suspicious activity report, which is very odd. And none of the queries into what he was doing were ever followed through on. So that's an issue as well. We also know that beyond that, there were multiple other banks that came into it. And then we have the whole situation with Harvard. It's inexplicable. First of all, Summers was a good friend of Jeffrey Epstein. We have pictures of him with him. We have all kinds of information. Why did Jeffrey Epstein have an office at Harvard for 20 years? He didn't go to Harvard. So you have the Harvard connection. And then on top of that, number one in his book happened to be Tom Pritzker, who's the brother of Governor Pritzker, the also Penny Pritzker, who was very big in the Obama administration, and I believe is on the board of governors right now of Harvard. He too came up, and many people, victims, named him. So what you have is all these huge financial people, and then another one, Dubin, came up many times. He was with Highbridge Capital. Staley had was involved with Epstein and Highbridge and a deal that went through there that made JP Morgan a lot of money. But it was found out that Highbridge was also asked about trafficking young women and girls on their private jet from Florida to Epstein in New York. We also know that we have not gotten much information on the white collar crimes here. There are tremendous financial crimes that happened here, and instead they just signed off on some big transfer of wealth to the victims without any further investigation. And I do want to mention there was also a bank that Jeffrey Epstein owned called Southern Country International that renewed its licenses after Epstein died, which is odd. And on
you hear that? Why would that happen? Why? Right? I what the fuck does that mean? Exactly. How does that even happen? I think this is so much bigger than, and you guys, he had, when the FBI raided his apartment in New York, he himself had shit labeled as evidence. Oh my God. Okay, that's a whole nother. Wow, Panda. Wow. I feel like he's always been a figurehead. He did not come from money. He was a teacher, yet he didn't have education. Like nothing has ever made any, it never made sense where he became so wealthy. I mean, he wasn't just wealthy. He had an island. He had planes. He had. Yeah, but see, her dad was the same kind of person. Ghislaine's dad did the same kind of thing as Epstein. No, these people weren't paying. These people weren't. We were paying them. I believe. I believe the CIA put him into position, and we paid him. We bought all that shit. He provided all this shit so that people could, so they could corrupt people. Now you vote the way we tell you to vote because we have this shit on you. Her dad was found face down in the, right off his yacht in somewhere in Europe. It was paid. We paid for all this horse shit. I think it's a CIA. That's what I'm saying. Bill Barr is so fucking in the middle of this shit. It's not even funny. Bill Barr's dad is the one who created the CIA. And he's the one who hired Epstein to be a teacher. He's not even qualified to be a teacher. That's who introduced Epstein, was Bill Barr's dad. And you think fat ass ain't a fucking liar? Piece of fucking shit.
On top of that, which a lot of people might not know, is Denise George in the U.S. Virgin Islands was the prosecutor that went after and got the $105 million settlement from the estate, the settlements from J.P. Morgan and another bank. Well, oddly enough, she was the prosecutor that was going after all these cases. She was about to file another case against J.P. Morgan that would disclose more of the people that were involved on the other side that were either paid or paying, because $40,000, $50,000 are going out to trafficking victims regularly, and J.P. Morgan turned a blind eye. But what we should also know about that entire situation is that President Biden, so J.P. Morgan, she filed the last case on December 27th. Within a few days, goes down to the U.S. Virgin Islands, meets with the governor, and she is fired 3 days later. So there's a lot with the Epstein case that is still open and should be looked into, particularly that that woman, Denise George, was working very hard getting these settlements. Our president goes down and kind of reminds you of what happened with Ukraine and the Council of Foreign Relations when he said fire the prosecutor or you're not getting $1 billion. Well, it just so happens Joe Biden goes down as Denise George files her last case, and 3 days later she's fired. So, I mean, this goes to the very top of protecting somebody, and that somebody is likely the international banking system.
So what is the Trump administration doing then? Because Pam Bondi comes on Fox News all the time and says, well, we're almost there, but this. Every single day, it's like, yes, we're getting close, but this, but then this. I mean, I don't think she's trying to hoodwink us. Do you think when she took this job, it seems like she did want to give us this information?
Oh. Again, you know, Queen tells you, I don't have the best judge of character. I really liked Pam Bondi. I literally cannot stomach the bitch right now. I can't. How do you mean she's not trying to hoodwink us? That's exactly what she's fucking doing. When she came out and said, breaking news, tomorrow we're releasing everything. She knew full fucking well she had nothing to release. And she keeps going out there acting like she's some fucking Billy badass. Everybody's going to go to jail. Yeah, this woman's got some shit to say about that bitch too. Listen to this. Yep. No, I'm fucking done with that bitch. She needs to go.
So who is thwarting this? It can't be that the Trump administration thought that they could kick this can down the road forever and we would forget.
Well, we have to remember one. Acosta in his first term, I've always believed that he put Acosta in there because he was the attorney that gave Jeffrey Epstein in the first case a so-called sweetheart deal. He barely went to jail as far as I'm told. But frankly, he got charged in that with one count, I believe, of having sex with an underage prostitute, which is the crime there is rape of a child. But that's not what he got. And Acosta, said he made bad judgment. But his excuse was, or his reasoning was that he was told to back off because Epstein was part of Intel. Then on top of that, when they raided the New York City home and they went into the safes there, not only did they take hard drives and many binders and CD-ROMs and diamonds and passports, but apparently nobody seems to know where any of that went. They also, the day he was arrested, raided the island. At that point, he had already filled in. He had cement trucks there filling in underground bunkers on that island already. There was a fire on that island, and nobody knows where anything that they seized there went. We know that he had closed circuit TVs in every room, in every corner, and that was a big part of it. And frankly, I think that this is an international ring that includes not only trafficking of children and women, but also I always remind people that he claimed in the first trial that he was one of the founders of the Clinton Global Initiative. The Clinton Global Initiative was supposedly founded by the Clintons, Jeffrey Epstein and Stephen Bing. If you recall, he was a big producer in Hollywood. Stephen Bing committed suicide jumping off a roof in Century City during COVID. Jeffrey Epstein is now dead, and there's still questions about his interplay at the Clinton Global Initiative. But if you'll recall, the Clinton Global Initiative also launched something called the Island Challenge, or the 10 Island Challenge, that went right by Haiti, right by all of the main human trafficking hubs of the world. The Branson was a part of it too, his island. So there's all these different pieces that really go to the highest level, not just of banking, but of international finance that also has to do with ports and with he was involved with Iran-Contra all the way back there. He was a part of moving Air America from Mena, Arkansas to Ohio, where Les Wexner is. So there's just these very, very powerful players, these big banks that were included. JP Morgan never got in trouble for the 2008 consolidation, I believe a controlled demolition of banking to consolidate. And now we're dealing with a lot of people that have decades of crime on their hands. And I would say this, that I know about banking because my husband ran a bank, is that they know who's on the other end of these transactions. You don't settle for $375 million and have no line of exactly where the transactions went and to whom. We're not talking about blockchain transactions.
Well, one of the areas I've been diving into, this quite a bit of a rabbit hole, is Barry Sherman. Barry Sherman and his wife, Honey Sherman, in their 70s, their mid-70s, billionaires, friends of the Clintons, and they're up in there in Toronto. They wind up dead, hanging by belts in their lavish Toronto home. Their bags were packed. They were ready for a trip. Bill Clinton was seen at their house regularly in a black SUV, regularly at their house. Hey, make a lot of money sending drugs to Haiti through the Clinton Foundation. You're a drug leader here in Canada, and these guys wind up dead. It was all very coincidental that Jeff Sessions was, of course, looking into Jeffrey Epstein at the time. Would these people have implicated the Clintons and their associations with Jeffrey Epstein? Is one of his aircraft to blame for being part of this Lolita Express, Barry Sherman's airplane? So there's a lot of questions about this. They still haven't solved this case. But two of them hung, husband and wife, relationships to the Clintons, relationships to the Clinton Global Initiative, the Clinton Foundation, and how, what relationship did they have to Jeffrey Epstein and all of this, but they go quietly into the night, just like Virginia Giuffre just now goes quietly into the night suddenly after being hit by a bus and now out of it. So all of these witnesses keep disappearing mysteriously.
Yeah, the Shermans is a very odd case. And then you remember the Ranbaxy fake AIDS debacle with the Clintons as well. I believe that company, that was an India company that was teamed up with the Clinton AIDS Initiative. They got charged, I think, $500 million for putting out fake AIDS drugs. And you recall that Jeffrey Epstein flew with Chris Tucker and Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey to Africa to do an entire Clinton AIDS initiative event for a month. There's that. There's also Ron Burkle has been suggested to have his plane also be involved in this situation. So these are all the richest of the richest people in this very high level Wall Street kind of venture capital circle in New York City and all over the world, frankly. And then there's also, there's the modeling agent that I believe ran Elite, but he was Jean-Luc Brunel. He also was arrested in this case for trafficking, I believe, 9-year-old twins and other women to Jeffrey Epstein over the years. He was found dead in his cell in France. And many people still don't know that Jeffrey Epstein also had a house in Paris. So, and claimed to have a house also in England. And as for the planes, there was a lot of questions about DynCorp at the time and the tail numbers on his planes being switched. And certainly there was more than one plane. And the shell company that apparently, he had many shell companies, but one of the shell companies, is basically a P.O. box. So, I mean, there is a level of financial criminality here that is,
Yeah.
I think, even bigger than anything else. And that, I believe this has a lot to do with the international banking system that has been looting our country through USAID and other ways for all these years. And I think Jeffrey Epstein was right in the middle of that.
I think you're absolutely right. I will get you out of here on this, Mel, which is what James O'Keefe is supposed to be reporting this afternoon. Alex Jones, I guess, spoke to James O'Keefe, got a sort of a hint as to what this is going to be. And he says, will James O'Keefe's highly anticipated expose reveal that its Attorney General Pam Bondi is the Trump administration official responsible for covering up the Jeffrey Epstein file? So Alex is putting that out there. I don't know if that's what's going to be in this report specifically. What do you make of that? Do you think it's AG Bondi stonewalling this?
Well, what you have to remember, first of all, most of the original police I met with, I knew one of them that passed away from Palm Beach because my parents lived down there. But I have to tell you, she was an attorney general in Florida during a lot of this Epstein case, also during the Zimmerman case, which kicked off the entire BLM thing. That was actually a straight up self-defense case, and she allowed Eric Holder to turn it into a civil rights case with a special prosecutor. So I don't know what's going to come out about her, but like I've said many times, I wish that she would have been active at either of these cases in her confirmation hearings, and she wasn't. And as much as I'm a fan and I love Donald Trump, I know he's very close friends with Pam Bondi, but both of those cases should have been questioned in the hearings, and neither one came up. And I thought that was very odd that nobody asked about the Zimmerman reopening of that case that really did kick off Black Lives Matter and the entire movement. And then two, she was around during the entire 2008 investigation in Florida and straight through. So I don't know what's coming out about that. All I know is that there are people that have a lot of money and power, and I believe that there are the global banking people that are suppressing this. Now, who they got to and how and why is the question. And of course, he ran a giant international blackmail ring that I believe he took over from Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. So, you know, we have multiple layers here, but that people like Les Wexner, Jess Staley, Bill Clinton, the Pritzker brother, that none of these people have even been interviewed by the FBI or the Southern District of New York should infuriate everyone. And I also believe that Comey's daughter being on the entire Epstein case here and there with all we've learned about Comey is a conflict. So again, it's the Southern District of New York. We still never got the Anthony Weiner laptop that apparently had crimes against children in an insurance file. That disappeared. A lot of those cops are dead. And now we have the same situation here. And Bill Barr promised us that he would look into it. And then we find out this whole past of Bill Barr. So this is a long-term cover-up, and it goes back, honestly, I think, to Iran-Contra. That's how long I think Epstein was involved here.
Goodness. Wow, my God.
Isn't that crazy?
It's such a disgusting onion. The more you peel it, the stinkier it gets. It's unbelievable. Someone asked in the chat, do we here on the show have suicidal tendencies picking on Bill Clinton right now? We're going to wind up with
No, but if I had slowed down what you just said and mapped it on the board behind me, it would be one of those things with red straight, like the meme, right?
Yeah.
But it's reality.
Yeah,
I've done it. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, it goes into the modeling fashion world. It goes into the highest levels of banking. It goes into weapons and gun trafficking. I mean, it is gigantic. And that's why I've always said Epstein would bring down the entire house of cards of those that have looted and stolen our birthright and our country from beneath us. The highest, most powerful people in this country are the people that are involved in this.
Yeah, that's why it's being kept silent, because of what it would do to the entire system. Mel K, great to see you as always. Check out Mel's great show and her great book as well. Thank you, Mel. Great to see you. Really appreciate it.
Isn't that crazy? Talk about needing a palate cleanser, right? That's a lot. That was a lot. And I believe it. I believe those things. I don't know how people live with themselves, how they sleep at night. It's so crazy. So, I mean, you hear something like this, okay, and that stuff sounds very plausible. And they're not busting out saying, you know, I'm going dark. Then you have fucking James O'Keefe coming out acting like a damn idiot, telling us shit we've already known. That's what I'm really tired of. I honestly have decided we're never going to know this shit. We're never going to know it because it is way deep. It's way huge. I can't believe that Kash Patel just said Epstein killed himself. I cannot believe that. That right there is what makes me really say this shit is fucking done. We're not going to know. It is too deep. I think it's crazy deep. Right. If that doesn't turn your stomach and get you all. But again, I can't help but get back to shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Quit playing me for a fool. I'm tired of being talked to like a piece of shit. Talked to like an idiot, like a child. You know, you people, we fund all of your fucking horse shit. Quit treating me like I'm a fucking idiot. And quite frankly, I want everybody to stop using the term breaking news. I swear to God, I'm so sick and tired of it. Everybody just wants, you know, yeah, I get it's clicks and views, but I don't, you know, at some point, you just got to stop. You just have got to fucking stop it. And for God's sakes, don't go around acting like somebody's going to kill you for telling everybody what we already fucking know. Just sick and tired of it. What? Oh, I know it's always break. That makes me so mad. Like I said, I don't fall for it typically. I mean, I fell for it whenever when Pam Bondi said she was going to release it. I kind of fell for that. Did seem weird. I knew we weren't going to get like everything because she barely had gotten there. That didn't make sense. But and I guess I kind of fell for James O'Keefe had something. I did. I fell for that a little bit. But that's 2 days of my life that I wasted. Not the entire day, but you waste my fucking time. I'm tired of it. Because all you're doing is reinforcing the fact that you all get to do whatever the fuck you want to. Well, it sure looks that way, Tony. And I want her gone. I want her gone. These people, they're not helping Trump. The thing is, Trump works like fucking 24/7. And he's got these fucking showboating fucking idiots that can't even learn how to shut their fucking mouth. It certainly appears that way. Oh my God. Right, and get away with it. You know, I would hope that anybody who was signed up for this O'Keefe media group left it. I hope he lost followers on that. Because if that wasn't, and then more to come next week. Fuck right off. Not listening to anything. Right, Debbie, right. You're shoving it in our face that you guys can do whatever the hell you want, whatever sick, twisted, gross shit you want to do. We get to pay for it. The one thing you could do is shut up. Quit cramming it up my ass and down my throat. I mean, that's a thought. These people make me so damn mad. And what am I just... Oh, and then, this morning when I'm already about ready to fucking punch a damn wall, I'm so irritated that breaking news, Letitia James is under investigation. Right. Yeah. We heard. We fucking heard. Give me perp walks, give me some handcuffs, or shut the fuck up. That's it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Wow. Wow, Tony. Yep. You know, so many times Mr. Snotty and I would be in DC, and I love going there. I love it so much. And to me, I feel I'm literally constantly, I get so emotional when I'm there. And it's amazing. And I think to myself, how can you be here and be so gross, do the disgusting things you're doing? And then you think, you know, they come there and they literally do, whether they want to or not, they're corrupted immediately. We got to quit letting them do the things they're doing. We got to vote them out. We got to get rid of. We can't let them keep staying there and staying there. Oh, I had a funny. Hold on. I had a funny. Hold on. I forgot about this. I saved it last week because where did I put that? I'll find it in a second. But it was a good funny about Hank Johnson. Yeah. Obviously he has recently come out with some more brilliant shit. I mean, that guy all by himself is a fucking reason for term limits. I'm scared to see what this is. I'm not trying to trust Benny Johnson right now because he's going along with this O'Keefe bullshit. That is not a good look. Let's see though what he just can't. This is new. Breaking news, everybody. Get ready for it.
Benny, careful what you wish for because you just might get it. The libs were celebrating today because Donald Trump pulled the nomination for a man named Ed Martin. He was Donald Trump's U.S. attorney for D.C. Here he is this afternoon getting spit on by a feral leftist who...
Okay, yeah, see? Somebody needs to kick her ass. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, if you ever spit on me, it's fucking on like no other. You can punch me, you can... Don't fucking spit on me. This is why I can't stand liberals right here. Really?
Decided to just spit on him on camera on Newsmax here during an interview. I hope that this gets charged for immediate prosecution by the next person who gets nominated for this role. Here's Mike Davis saying, no pick for U.S. District Attorney yet. We've seen no white smoke at the White House, except for, well, ladies and gentlemen, again, careful what you wish for, libs, because in Donald Trump's America, there's just more winning around the corner. Even when you think you're victorious, Trump's got the card up his sleeves. Donald Trump turns to Fox News's Jeanine Pirro for D.C. District Attorney after cutting Ed Martin. Yes, amazing, please, says Mike Davis, and now it has been confirmed. Judge Jeanine will be serving as the District Attorney for Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. President Trump has picked Fox News host Jeanine Pirro for interim U.S. District Attorney. Hours after pulling nomination for Ed Martin, the president confirmed this on Truth Social Thursday evening. The job is Pirro's to have if she wants it, the senior administration official told Axios. ABC News first reported she was being seriously considered. Pirro is a longtime Trump ally who would replace Martin, MAGA true believer, whose leniency towards January 6th Capitol rioters lost him key Republican support in the Senate. More on that in a second. In announcing his selection, Trump paid tribute to Pirro's background, assistant district attorney in Washington, in Westchester, New York, county judge and district attorney, and noted that she was the first woman to be elected to those positions. During her time in office, Jeanine was a powerful crusader for the victims of crime. Her establishment of the Domestic Violence Bureau in her prosecutor's office was the first in the nation. He praised Pirro for excelling in all ways and noted her career on Fox News as a vocal Trump supporter. Jeanine's incredibly well qualified for her position, and this is considered one of the top district attorneys in the history of the state of New York. She is in a class all by herself. Trump told reporters on Thursday in the Oval Office that Martin wasn't getting the support. He expressed disappointment in this. Hopefully, we can bring him into the DOJ or whatever in this capacity. The final blow came when Tom Tillis on Thursday said, I have no tolerance for anybody who entered the building on January 6th. Okay. What a complete and total.
Yeah, can you believe that? So they couldn't, Republicans weren't going to be able to confirm him because they're still very emotional over January 6th. Really? Seriously. Give me a fucking break. Total BS. Hey, Happy. I know. Can you believe? Really? Emotional? So, okay, I want to be happy because I do like Jeanine Pirro a lot. I hate to say that. What the fuck? I liked Pam Bondi too. And I absolutely do not now. Her voice makes me so mad, I want to spit. So I don't know how to feel about that, actually. And that's sad. So, okay, let's check in on our babies real quick. And so, you know, because of the different things I watch, different shit pops up for me. Last night, I found myself, because I keep trying to watch, it's kind of embarrassing, but I keep watching all these videos trying to learn things. I'm not a great student, apparently, but so it's late last night. I'm watching these videos, and so I have two different screens on, and these baby swans pop up. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh my God, I have got to go to sleep. I'm watching these damn swans, and was super cute. I know, they were in the water. Oh my God, it was late. Oh my God, where did they go? They are, I know, Queen, I'm telling you. Talk about posing, right? Just gorgeous. Hey, Lisa. You just you just missed my rant. I put this on to calm us down a little bit. I put some good stuff up there, though, you should listen to. But look at these babies. They're going to be flying away soon. I know. Aren't they beautiful? This is a palate cleanser. Whenever these people get my blood pressure up, and then I didn't come in quite as mad because Mr. Snotty took me to lunch today, which was a really, really treat. Oh, yeah, a little bit, huh? Last night, really late, you guys, the second camera, you could see just the eyes poking out of this little spot. It was so cute. I wanted to. No, I was so mad. Lisa knows. I was telling Lisa this morning, I was so freaking mad. The people are still acting like it. Everywhere, people are acting like James O'Keefe said something. He didn't. Stupid fucking drama queen, acting like someone's going to kill him because of shit we already know about. And I don't know if you saw this, so Lisa, he acted like last week, he actually said that it was different than these stupid fucking Tinder dating app people at a bar talking. That's fucking exactly what it was. Stupid ass. Oh, Vicky. Thank you. I know. Wasn't that nice? Thank you. Me too. It was nice. Yeah, exactly. I don't think we are. We watched another video. We heard this from a couple of different people. People who don't try to kill them. clearly a lot of people have mysteriously, committed suicide. I get it. Okay. I understand that to be true. But not because they're going to fucking talk about Prince Andrew. Shut the fuck up. Stupid ass. That was the dumbest shit. And go and give it to someone else in case I die. Really? Really? Did you watch that stupid video where he sat there in that chair and he's like, I am not suicidal. It's so cringe. It's embarrassing. I got secondhand embarrassment. I can't even watch that. Not. Seriously. You look like a damn idiot. It's not helping Benny Johnson to act like he fucking buys into that shit too. You're not helping yourself. You're not. And Pam Bondi fucking makes my damn blood boil. She thinks she's so fucking cute. She always has to get up there and be like, yo, we will arrest you. Okay? We will. Really? Fucking blow me. Right fucking here, bitch. Shut up. Oh. Run your stupid fucking mouth. You sound like a damn idiot. I know, I like him too, but he can't be defending this shit. There's no defending that. I could have respect for somebody if they came out and said, listen, you guys, this is deeper than you even know. This is so big. It's so bad. And frankly, it's whatever. Or, I don't know, like I said in the beginning, shut the fuck up. How about that? How about you don't go ahead and say, tomorrow I'm releasing everything. Really? Just shut up. You wasted an entire day of mine that day. You wasted my entire fucking day. With your stupid fucking antics. It is. It's really bad. And this is the thing, like we were watching earlier, and I actually totally believe this to be true. It's way bigger than stupid, lazy fuck politicians and gross celebrities. It's worse than that. It's way worse than that. I mean, as far as politicians, I think the Clintons they're majorly involved. There's a lot of politicians that took, a couple trips over there and they're done for. Because they're fucking nasty pigs. But what's happening with them, they're just being told what to vote on, how to vote. There's some really big, sick people involved. People that we wouldn't know if they knocked at our door. We don't know those people. Oh my God, look at Sunny, you guys. Cracks me. Look, Sunny is totally, I think Top Hats is right. Sunny is probably a male because look, he's always fooling with the branches and shit. I love that. I know, me too. I do. He's always fooling with the branches. It cracks me up. But that actually looks like Gizmo. Yeah, did you know that? Lisa, the little one is named Gizmo. Don't you love that? Well, from this site that they're on, they get named by a 4th grade class in this local area. I know, right? Your little Gizzy. Yeah, see this other camera. Watch. So this is another view. See, a lot of times they look like they're alone, but mom or dad are pretty close by. But last night, I wonder, yeah, it just goes back to this morning. Last night was so cute. It was really late, but you could see just right in here. It was dark, but you could see right in here the little eyes poking out and looking. So cute. I know, isn't it so gorgeous? This is the view from, like, it'll go kind of spans out. This over here is the nest. But it has some cool stuff. Oh. Oh, look at. I know, it is, Queen. It totally is. Look at shadows there. I think that's Shadow. Oh, they're close to, let's see. Oh, I like to see this angle too. They're going to fly off in probably like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. It's really scary. Let's see what else they've done though today. Wait. Camera 1. Look at how windy it is. They've been really getting their feathers out a lot. Oh, I know. I can't on my phone either. I know. Isn't that gorgeous? And mom and dad stay on the edge over there lately. You rarely see them up in the nest. This is at Big Bear in California. But they get kind of close to the edge. You want to be an eagle in your next life. You crack me up, some of the shit you say, Lisa. Oh, look at everybody's at the nest. Look. I love when they're all four there. Oh my God. Queen, that almost came out my nose. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh, that's funny. Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh, that was a good one. Oh Lord. No, that is a good nest. You know what, Lisa? We watched one in Ohio, and it was not nearly as clean and tidy and stuff. There was all a ruckus muckus. This is an awesome nest. I can't believe- Oh, that's funny. Oh Lord. No. No, I think it was great, Queen. That was a good laugh. I feel like I want to see them fly away on replay because I don't know if I can handle watching it live. Like I'm really nervous. Look at that side. Look at that view right there. All four of them there. I love it so much. Oh God, yeah, that was funny as shit. Oh my. The whole fam dam. And it's so crazy because, like, look how close those two are, like Sunny and Gizmo. And once they fly off, that will be it. And we just wait for Jackie and Shadow to give us some more babies. Oh, there goes Dad. They look like they were looking for, oh God, look how they watched for him. Oh my God. They totally watched him fly off. I know, wasn't that so cool? Oh my God, they totally watched their dad fly off. I love it. No, if you could get people to act like these eagles and just do what they're supposed to do. Oh, look. Yes, it would. It would. And I just want to be sick fuck is attracted to children. I want, there's no help for you. First of all, if you are, then you don't, that's too bad. Too bad. You don't get to. But just the fact that you are, let's get the fuck out of here. Sick fucks. Who would think that it would be so easy to control people by their nasty, disgusting fucking behavior? You know, though, look at Rob Ford. He didn't care. He didn't care. He got busted with all kinds. He still didn't care. He was caught saying some pretty gross shit, but it wasn't about kids. Yeah, I know. I mean, Rob Ford, he was just what, what's his name? The crack smoking governor from Toronto. Honestly, I think JLR could take a day off. Like, that guy don't let nothing fucking go. What? You think so? Right? He's not about to. I mean, not everything is a fucking... Mm-hmm. No, exactly. Lisa, and it makes me so sad because when I'm in DC, I'm so emotional. I love that place. And those people are just gross. You know, you'd be up a shit creek if you're trying to fuck me over by catching me trying to be a pedo, because that's not... You would think they wouldn't be able to get everybody on that kind of shit. Sick fuckers. Yeah. Crack smoking mayor. See? He didn't care if you busted him. He did not care. Yeah, of course. It is, man. You're fucking gross. You know, if you really have a fetish like that, take that shit to your grave. There's something wrong with you. What? This guy, you guys got to see. It's not funny, but this is funny to me. I'm sorry. I think he's very unapologetic about it. I remember the first time I told my son, I asked my son if he heard of this guy, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We started looking it up. We were fucking pissing our pants laughing at this shit.
That's
why he wants to be involved in everything.
No,
he wants to fight everybody's battles.
No,
And it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you.
Your fucking,
Don't do it.
Your kids spend
Your kids are important to you. That's what drives you, baby. That's what I love. That's why we love you. Okay?
No, you don't know.
Your children, your family, your kids. Your fucking footballers. Your kids that play football. That's what drives you. Family, kids, and your fucking...
I'm right wing. I fucking think these kids are my
You're right wing?
No, they say I'm just right wing.
Oh, yeah.
Radical
fucking
guy.
Sure. Oh, yeah. What the fuck is the liberal thing?
I'm right, Lee Bannon. Lee Bannon fucking is
This
right
is Trudeau right there. I like to get that fucking Justin Trudeau and shove my foot as far up his ass, because I'm sure it goes real far. I'm sure my fucking, I'll tickle his fucking nose hairs with my foot up his ass, because he's such a fucking shit digger, man. I hate Trudeau, man.
She's just saying.
Fucking bullshit.
It's like fucking on, bro.
Hello?
I don't think Amazon on, Daddy.
No,
hell no. Seriously.
It's not.
Yep.
That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Really hard to understand on that fast speed.
Well, I think the thing is that it is funny. Some of it's funny. The way he would act about it. He was totally busted.
You asked me a question back in May, and you can repeat that question.
The question we asked you back in May?
Yeah.
Can you explain
what you asked me a couple of questions, and what were those questions?
Do you smoke crack cocaine?
Exactly. Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine.
When,
but
sir?
no, do I? Am I an addict? No.
When have you?
Have I tried it? Probably in one of my drunken stupors, probably approximately about a year ago. I answered your question. You asked the question properly. I'll answer it.
How many
Yes,
times?
I've made mistakes. All I can do now is apologize and move on. I don't know what. Okay, can I just?
Yes, please.
All I can say is I've made mistakes. And you guys kept referring to alcohol. There was a couple isolated incidents. There's been times when I've been in a drunken stupor. That's why I want to see the tape. I want everyone in the city to see this tape. I'd like to see this tape. I don't even recall there being a tape and a video, and I know that. So I want to see the state that I was in. But
well, he's dead now. He's dead. Yeah. No, I didn't even show you the funny one yet.
That's exactly it. That's the guy. I don't know what else I can say to you. Okay, so I wasn't lying. You didn't ask the correct questions. No, I'm not an addict, and no, I do not do drugs. I made mistakes in the past, and all I can do is apologize. But it is what it is, and I can't change the past. And I can apologize to my family, my friends, my colleagues, and the people of this great city. I can't change it. So I told you, probably approximately, I'd probably say in around about a year ago, but I don't know exactly. That's why I want to see. I don't even remember after some of the stuff that you guys see me, the state I've been in. It's a problem. So
So he died of cancer. Would think that he might resign after that video. He did not. No. He said, yes, I smoked crack. Well, clearly he did. You saw at the end of that video that he was like, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, refuses to step down. He wouldn't. Babe, you might. Okay, but yeah, he's a total trip. Oh my God. Okay, this one might be. Yeah, this is kind of funny. I got to find the one that is the best. I mean, he is a nut job. Right, exactly.
Hey, good news, everyone. It looks like Toronto Mayor Rob Ford's working on redeeming his image. New video has surfaced of Ford, shall we call it dancing, with a church choir. The cell phone video was allegedly recorded at a prayer service late Sunday afternoon in the West Toronto Church of God. Ford told CBC last month he had a, quote, come to Jesus moment since admitting to using crack cocaine during what he calls a drunken stupor. Ford claims he's finished with alcohol and drugs, and with this video going viral, perhaps his next stop will be Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, I gotta find my favorite one. Let me see. I know. No, he refused to step down. He's known as the crack smoking governor of Toronto. Mayor, sorry. Okay, there's a really funny one. He would not behave. When he would go into Parliament or whatever, he would not behave himself. Wait, let's see. Oh, this is a really good one. I forgot about this one. Let's see. He did a lot of really wild shit. Yeah, he was. He used to go on these huge rants about bicyclists. He would go off of, he did not like bicyclists at all. But he would do. Yeah, here we go. Shit. Yeah, if you look up a lot of his stuff, wait, where is that one? There's one where they keep telling him to sit down, he won't.
Okay, MM 41.17. Mayor Ford, you held the item down. Come on, we're all going to have a big after this, okay? MM 40. Mayor Ford, you held the item down. 4117.
No, Jones.
Community Access Agreement for the Toronto District School Board.
Jones.
Do you have questions?
I thought we were talking about drinking. Oh, sorry. I got a little confused. I hear there's some drinking going on. I thought I was the only one that drank down here. 40.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm not finding what I need to find. Yeah, oh, he was a total shit show. Okay, that wasn't it. Shit. Okay, I guess I can't find it. Yeah, it is funny stuff, but he's whole show.
I'm like that rap, don't run me over.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Say that!
Wow, right? I'm telling you, there's one on here. I can't find it. That was really, really good. There's some of it really vulgar. I don't know. I think this is it. He says some really crazy shit. Yeah, exactly. No, it was bad. He wouldn't. He stayed there after.
It's been quite a week for high-profile men and the language they use. First, billionaire NBA owner Donald Sterling slurred his way onto his country's public enemy list. Now, Rob Ford has given Canadians a fresh controversy, including a homegrown audio diatribe with vulgarities touching ethnicity and so much more. His choice of words will be for Toronto voters to mull over, but the mayor may be thinking about them too as he heads off for treatment. Senior correspondent Adrian Arsenault has the story.
And so, right to rehab. His nephew carrying the suitcase, but it's Toronto Mayor Rob Ford with all the baggage. There are truths about addicts. They are liars and they need help. Toronto's mayor will now get some. A man of usually so many words offering just a written statement. I have a problem with alcohol, he said, and the choices I've made while under the influence. I have struggled with this for some time. No mention of drugs, no suggestion of resigning, just of taking a leave to get help. Reportedly flying to Chicago for a 30-day inpatient program. And from his counselor brother, his confidant, his chief defender and aggressive denier of all allegations, a note approximating relief that maybe change will come.
I love my brother. I'll continue to stand by my brother.
If this is about Rob Ford hitting bottom, he perhaps found it in the basement of his sister's home over the weekend. The Globe and Mail seeing video, buying stills of it, of the mayor once again with a pipe, allegedly smoking crack. The same sister who once publicly denied he had a problem in the room with him. And the mother who once went before the cameras to say her son simply needs to lose weight, now saying she has to admit there's more going on.
I had no idea it was as serious as it was. But he doesn't live with me. So I don't know what he does every minute of every day. You had a chance to talk to him? Very sad.
Yes, sad. And after a year of crack talk, this latest incident would be bad enough. But maybe not surprisingly, there's more. And not surprisingly, someone was surreptitiously recorded. This time, audio acquired by the Toronto Sun of the mayor on a tear. It was apparently Monday night in a bar across the street from a park named after his father. From the mayor, a barrage of homophobic, foul-mouthed, misogynist slurs, including one about mayoral candidate Karen Stintz.
Can't hurt, but I can't talk.
How'd all this sit with Stintz? Not well.
Rob Ford's comments are gross. Rob Ford is not Toronto. Toronto is tired of being gripped in this sad, sad mess.
Toronto may be tired of it and actually may not find a single revelation all that revelatory, particularly when it comes to what the mayor seems to say. In his barroom rant this week, in addition to nasty slurs about Italians, he unleashed about the provincial legislature's unanimous decision to raise the rainbow flag during the Sochi Games as a protest of Russia's anti-gay laws.
Fucking flag up ahead of our Canadian flag. I said, no, I'm sure bullshit. They said they went to Queen's Park. They said, no way. So Tim Hudak comes up, says, yeah, I agree with all the gays. Should have the. I said, that's it. I lost my conservative value.
It's all so familiar.
I embarrassed everyone.
Last year, when all learned of the first crack tape, it too reportedly contained homophobic and racist remarks. And his offensiveness doesn't just happen in secret. In 2008, he offered this about those in the Asian community.
Those Oriental people work like dogs. They work their hearts out. They are workers nonstop. They sleep beside their machines. That's why they're successful in life.
In 2006, in council, he spoke out against Toronto donating $1.5 million to help prevent AIDS. Said most taxpayers needn't worry about AIDS. If you're not doing needles and you're not gay, he said, you wouldn't get AIDS probably. Any one of these comments could have severely damaged other political careers. Yet what baffles even conservative strategists is that Ford carried on.
But why does he get a buy on that? Because any one of those phrases could have felled another politician entirely.
Adrian, we have no idea. We can't explain it.
And as much as people have tried to explain it, political competitors have tried to figure it out so they know how to attack it.
With one note to council, Rob Ford is now on leave. The question is, will he be back?
Now, so much of the answer to that hinging now.
Yeah, all that he did, he never stepped down. Yeah, I can't find, he had this one situation in Parliament. I can't find it. He was dancing all around, playing music, and they were telling him to stop, and he wouldn't. He just wouldn't stop. They kept beating the gavel and shouting, and he goes off on people on bicyclists. He does not like people who ride bikes at all. And he told some very vulgar stuff too on live. I can't find that either. They've gotten rid of a lot of his shit. But saying very vulgar things about stuff that he does with his wife in the bedroom. Pretty bad. Okay, Queen, we're going to end it. Yeah, I'm going to have to look those up because there are some really funny videos of that guy. And they're not popping up. I don't know what happens. I think they take some of that shit down. I don't know. But that used to be the only keywords we found were, we just put crack smoking mayor of Toronto and a lot of funny shit came up. But, okay, well, thanks for the rant. Okay, let's look in on the babies real quick, real fast, and then we will. Just the babies with mama. Oh, okay. You're going to go. Is that tomorrow? Friday night? Yeah, let me know, Queen. They're going to the races tomorrow night. Yeah, okay. Maybe Mr. Snotty can get his slippers out and get them all shined up, ready to go. I know, right, Lisa? Yeah, it does sound fun. It's at Firebird right here by us. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, do, Queen, let me know. Yeah, Lisa, last time we all went to the races, we got there and all of a sudden Mr. Snotty realized he had his slippers on. He didn't put his real shoes on. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys got a big track right there. Yeah, you guys got Pikes Peak right there, huh? That's right. I know he's all I need to go home. I was like, you can't go home and change. Not now. We're already here. It's gonna have to roll with the slippers. Oh my God. Hey, Brian. It's playtime for these chihuahuas. So they're getting loud. All right, I'm going to end it. Thanks, guys. That one has been shut down. Oh, has it? Really? Oh, my God. Wow, it's been that long. That's so wild, Lisa. I would never have thought. That's a big track. Or I thought it was. I know. I missed you too. I'm so glad that you came in and hung out with us today. I appreciate it. Thank all of you guys for hanging out with me today, with all of us. I appreciate you all very much. Wow, that's wild. I did not know that. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Okay. All right. Stop. Right, Happy? All right. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.